Hello, my name is Mei-Ann Chen, and I'm so honored to make debut with one of the best orchestras I've ever worked with, the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra. Amazing. I feel like a kid in a candy stores where there's so many possibilities. We're working on Scheherazade by Rimsky-Korsakov, and I believe it's the first concerto for orchestra. The piece features so many solos in many different sections, and it's a perfect opportunity to showcase the wonderful virtuosic playing by so many principals in this great orchestra. The piece was written in 1888. It really becomes an inspiration for later composers when it comes to orchestration, exploring the possibilities of each instrument. You got the concertmaster having major solos throughout the four movements alongside with the harp. And you can imagine this is piecing together imaginations inspired by 1001 Nights. You know, the famous stories, the sultan, the ruthless sultan kills his wife after each night, and Scheherazade beat the odds of continuing the different stories. And so she not only avoided her own death, but she won the sultan's heart at the end. So this piece for me is both its symphonic poem with lots of great imaginations. Whether you know the title of the movements or not, you can feel your own stories. What I love about it is it's a great test for the orchestra. Some parts they play together, some parts I have to listen to the solo and make chamber music. And so it's a wonderful piece to test drive an ensemble. You know, I grew up as a violinist. Violin was my instrument, and now I'm a conductor. I love that each ensemble is my instrument. The biggest difference, my instrument is not just pieces of wood anymore. They are live human beings, and I love coming to different ensembles with this piece because every ensemble gives you a little bit different interpretation. And it's like I'm a chef and I take the ingredients given to me, and these are top ingredients, and I can make really delicious dishes for our audience. I have championed women composers, and women composers in the past decades still have been one of the smallest minority musicians group. Just less than 10% of our repertoire worldwide were by women, whether living or past composers. I have been a huge fan of Eun-Soo Chin's music since my first job, leading America's oldest youth orchestra, the Portland Youth Philharmonic. I also admire Eun-Soo Chin because she is one of the most important living composers of our day, and she happened to be from South Korea. Her Subito con Forza, which was written and premiered during the pandemic 2020, was written on the occasion to celebrate 250th anniversary of Beethoven and was inspired by Beethoven's music. And yet Eun-Soo Chin's imagination of taking it, you know, with new colors. It's almost like Beethoven wearing sunglasses. It's very creative, and I love the piece. First time I heard it, and I programmed it with my orchestra, brought it to other orchestra, and coming to Korea for the first time conducting the best ensemble in Korea, I thought, why not to program Eun-Soo Chin's Subito con Forza to celebrate one of the most incredible minds of our days, who was originally from South Korea. I've known Stefan when he was just a little boy coming to the New England Conservatory, the college division. He was one of the prodigies that we all knew. And so it's so lovely to finally work with him. I love his music making, gorgeous tones, and just really elegant playing. It's such a joy. You just never know when you cross paths with somebody. You know, I was part of his fan as he was growing up to be a rising star, and now to be on the same stage with him. And he has Korean heritage. I'm just so honored to be on the same stage with him. I am deeply grateful to have the opportunity to make music with one of the best ensembles. You know, having an ensemble like the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra is like getting into a Ferrari. You know, it's so fun to drive the car when you put the foot on the pedal and it takes off. And Scheherazade, the opening chords, the woodwind, simple chords, are an intonation nightmare for a conductor. When it's out of tune, you have to spend time tuning. I was so shocked. My first rehearsal with the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra, it was so in tune. It was amazing. So I am deeply grateful. 감사합니다. Please come join me, Stefan Jakiv, and the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra at the 롯데콘서트홀. This program is very colorful, memorable, and powerful, all in one. So come and witness great music being made. The Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra awaits you. 감사합니다.